What's up everybody, Mike Lezarecki here, and today we're going to talk about 3 simple things that you can do to improve your photography right now. Let's go. So real quick, I just want to mention to you guys, I apologize for not having a video last week. Life got away from me. I didn't really have time, and I've been working on a whole bunch of new stuff for this channel, and I'm trying to kind of change things. As you can see, we have a new set to work with here. So like I said, things got a little bit away from me, and I didn't get a video out last week, but moving forward, you can expect to see a whole bunch more content. I got a ton of stuff planned here. So that's that. So moving on, 3 things that you can do right now to improve your photography. Well, let's just jump right into the first one, and that is playing with perspective. So if you guys ever go out and take photos and you come back and offload your card and you're looking through your stuff and you don't really feel all that jazzed about what you got on the card, I've found that a lot of times that can have to do with the perspective that the shots were taken at. If you're feeling stuck in a rut, try to deliberately change the perspective that you're shooting from. A lot of times I see people out there taking photos and they're just standing straight up, taking photos, and at that perspective, at the same eye level perspective that you're always looking at everything from, things don't look quite as interesting. But if you crouch down, or if you try to change your perspective and get real close to something, or go on a wide angle lens and get close to the ground, or even try to get way up high in the air, changing that perspective has a tendency to really sort of spice up images. And one of the things to keep in mind with this is that your perspective is pretty much the same. You see the world the same way all the time. And it's important to keep in mind that everybody else sees it that way as well. So if you have it in your head to go through and change perspectives, your photos are instantly going to look more interesting to pretty much everybody, because it's not going to be shot from a perspective that they're used to seeing things in. And that will of course give your photos an advantage. And yeah, like I said, they'll be more interesting right off the bat. So next time you're out shooting photos, think of unique perspectives to shoot from, and that'll help. Moving right along, my second simple tip to improve your photography is to find and use what's called leading lines. Now, leading lines can really be anything in the frame. And what you want to do is you want to find lines that are in your frame that you can kind of position in a way where they will direct the viewer's eye toward whatever the subject of your photo is. So for example, if you're taking a photo of a person and let's say it's in a city environment, you might want to position your subject in such a way where you can find some leading lines that direct the eye directly at that subject. This method works extremely well in all kinds of different environments. And try to keep in mind that leading lines don't necessarily have to be straight lines. They can be curved lines as well. So long as they strengthen the image and bring out your subject rather than becoming distracting, then there's nothing wrong with using a curved line as a leading line. Okay, so the third simple thing that you can do to pretty instantly improve your photography is to try to add interest to the frame. What I mean by that is to kind of shoot through something, or shoot with a frame in a frame, or try to add some kind of interest to the very near foreground of your image. Sometimes in cinematography, this is called shooting with a dirty frame, and it can really add some depth and atmospheric interest to your images. Here's an example of an image that I shot without using this technique. We can compare that to a similar image here where I did utilize this technique, and you can see how much stronger of a composition this creates. You can also see how it adds depth and atmosphere to the image. All right, guys, so I hope these tips gave you some cool creative ideas. Go on out and try to employ some of these techniques to your advantage. And by all means, leave some links in the comments to photos that you guys have shot using these kinds of techniques. I'd love to see your work. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you have not in the past. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Later.